Hi, John Maxwell here. I'm glad you're with me on Minute with Maxwell. For the last several lessons, we've been talking about problem-solving principles. In fact, I'm going to give you number 7 right now because this one's huge. If you really want to start doing good things with the problems that you and I have, believe there is always an opportunity. That every problem that comes to you has an opportunity. I've talked in the past about believe there's always an answer. I believe there's always a lesson, but this one even goes beyond that. There's a lesson for me. There's a way to find out what the problem really is. This even goes, there's an opportunity here because I have a problem. Now I could, oh my goodness, I wouldn't need a minute with Maxwell. I need a month with Maxwell to talk to you about all the opportunities I've found in problems. Can't give them all to you. Let me just give you one. Several years ago, I was in a racquetball tournament and I just dove for a ball and I pulled the lower right side of my back so badly that for 3 days, I literally could not get out of bed. It was a bad pull. The challenge that I had, the problem that I had was that 2 days after that 3-day period of being bedfast, I had to be in Allentown, Pennsylvania to do a leadership conference. And it was not only a leadership conference, but back then I did 2-day leadership conferences and I did them 8 hours a day. That's when I was young, full of energy and foolish. Okay. Now I got a problem. The problem is I know I can't stand that long for those 2 days and lecture. In fact, I was so bad, Margaret had to go with me because I couldn't even dress myself. I mean, that pool was still having a lot of effect on me. And so I let them know that I would be there. I let them know what had happened. And I said, the only way I think I can do this is if you'll have like a bar stool for me to sit on. I need something comfortable. I'm going to have to sit for those 2 days. I'm going to have to teach. I'm going to have to lecture. And so that's exactly what I did. They had the bar stool, had my little table there. And I taught for 2 days, and I'm going back to the airport, and I'm physically feeling quite strong. And I'm very surprised. And I look at Margaret and I said, wow, I'm just feeling pretty good. I mean, I've just done 2 days of teaching, and I've never felt this strong after 2 days. And I'm fooled because I had this bad back, and then all of a sudden it hit me. I sat in a chair. And I've been sitting in a chair ever since. Because when I sat in a chair, I found out that I was conversational instead of directional. Instead of talking top down, I talked across the room in a conversation. And it changed the way I communicated, and it took my level of effectiveness just up through the sky. Now, never would I have discovered that on my own. In fact, after I did it, I still couldn't figure it out for a moment. But it was the problem that got me to sit in the bar stool that got me to the level of communication I am today. Now, that's one out of 100 examples I could give you, but you've got them yourself, so I don't need to give you any more. But here's what I want you to know. If you look at the problem correctly, there's always an answer, there's always a lesson, and there's always an opportunity. Thanks for being with me on this series of problem solving on Minute with Maxwell.